Hello, horror fans. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into the most chilling and terrifying stories from around the world. If you haven't already, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell icon, so you never miss a fright. Tonight, we've got a special treat for you. A tale that's bound to make your blood run cold and your heart skip a beat. From the quaint but eerie town of Northend, we bring you Slender Silhouette, a tale from Northend. Brace yourselves as we descend into a journey filled with chilling encounters, unspeakable terror, and a creature that's become a living nightmare. Without further ado, let's dive in. The quaint town of Northend was nestled amongst a dense forest of ancient pine and elm trees, a place that felt as if it existed at the edge of reality. This was home to Alex, an adventurous yet introspective teenager who lived for the thrill of ghost stories and old legends. In Northend, the houses lined up like old men in a barbershop quartet, each with its history, and each holding its secrets close. Alex was an ordinary boy with an extraordinary fascination for the mysterious. He enjoyed tales of the unknown, the strange, and the supernatural, but above all, he was drawn to a local legend whispered amongst the townsfolk. They talked of an entity, a figure both there and not there, a lurking specter known as the Slenderman. This legend was a unique curiosity, a tale that had been passed down from generation to generation, often told around campfires and whispered on nights when the moon was hidden by the clouds. This figure was said to stand at an impossible height, with unnaturally long arms that could stretch to the treetops, and a face void of features, as if one was looking into an abyss. The Slender Man was no mere ghost, it was a creature of relentless pursuit, a relentless stalker preying on those who dared to wander too far into the woods, especially after sundown. To Alex, the tale of Slenderman was a puzzle, an enigma waiting to be solved. He wondered if it was merely a tale spun by the adults to keep children from straying too far into the dense forest, or was there a shred of truth to it? He couldn't help but ponder, captivated by the chill it sent down his spine, and the exhilarating fear it induced. Little did he know, his curiosity would soon lead him down a path of unspeakable terror. One warm summer's night, bolstered by teenage bravado and a sense of invincibility, Alex and his friends, Emma and Lucas, decided to challenge the tale of Slenderman. They were to venture into the forest after sundown, armed with nothing but flashlights and their sense of adventure. The woods, typically a lively orchestra of fauna, grew ominously quiet as they pressed on, only the crunch of leaves under their feet daring to break the silence. The pines towered overhead, creating a canopy that hid the stars and moon, leaving the forest in an eerie darkness. The flickering glow from their flashlights did little to dispel the heavy shadows. It was Emma who first noticed the disturbances. Their GPS started malfunctioning, sending them in circles. Then Lucas's flashlight flickered and died, despite having fresh batteries. Strange noises echoed around them, an uncanny mixture of rustling leaves and soft, indiscernible whispers. However, it was Alex who experienced the most unsettling occurrence. He saw it from the corner of his eye, a tall, faceless figure, observing them from the distance. A surge of terror overcame him as he recalled the descriptions of Slenderman. He turned to his friends, his voice trembling as he recounted what he saw. But when they shone their lights to where he pointed, nothing was there. They laughed it off, attributing it to their friend's overactive imagination. As the nights went on, the encounters grew frequent and chillingly closer. Alex saw the Slenderman in his peripheral vision, always lurking, always watching. It was always just out of sight for the others, at the end of dark alleyways, in the corner of their classroom, outside his window at home. The once brave teenager was growing more and more fearful, but the lure of the legend, the desire to uncover the truth about Slenderman, kept him from backing out of their nightly adventures. The sightings escalated, pushing Alex to the brink of his courage. One night, his friends proposed a daring plan, a camp out in the heart of the forest, the so-called realm of the Slenderman. Alex was terrified, but his fear of appearing weak before his friends outweighed the terror gnawing at him. As they set up their tents under the towering pine trees, the eerie silence of the forest bore down on them. The wind whistled through the foliage, creating an ominous symphony of natural sounds. They huddled around a campfire, telling jokes and ghost stories, their laughter echoing in the otherwise silent forest. Awakening abruptly in the middle of the night, Alex felt an unsettling chill. He reached for his flashlight and scanned his surroundings. Lucas and Emma's tents were there, but they were empty. His heart pounded in his chest as he called out their names, his voice dying in the vastness of the forest. Panic seized him, but then he saw it, the tall, featureless figure, standing in the glow of the dying campfire. The Slenderman was real. It stood there, impossibly tall, its elongated arms reaching out as if to pull Alex into an inescapable nightmare. Its face, a blank canvas of pure terror, void of human warmth or understanding. All the tales, all the whispers, they weren't just stories. The horrifying figure was a dreadful reality, a living nightmare haunting the woods of Northend. Alex was frozen in fear, the horrifying sight of Slenderman consuming him. His friends were gone, and he was alone with the embodiment of his deepest fears. His heart pounded in his chest as he realized he was trapped in the grasp of the Slenderman. The forest was no longer a place of adventure and mystery but a realm of true horror. Terrified and alone, Alex found himself trapped in a chilling game of cat and mouse. Every rustle of leaves, every shadow that stretched across his path, held the potential of being the Slenderman. His mind raced with thoughts of his missing friends and the relentless entity that haunted him. In his search for Emma and Lucas, he stumbled across strange symbols etched into the tree trunks and cryptic messages left on torn pieces of paper. The notes hinted at the Slenderman's origin, alluding to a cursed being born out of collective fear and urban legends. As he delved deeper into the forest, eerie, mind-bending events began to unfold. Time seemed distorted, paths in the woods twisted and turned on themselves, and strange, spectral children seemed to guide him one moment and mislead him the next. He wasn't sure if these children were helping him or leading him further into Slenderman's trap. Reality became a fickle concept for Alex, a fragile thread being pulled apart by the tall, faceless figure of his nightmares. The boundaries between the real and the surreal blurred, his world reduced to fear and desperation. He began questioning his sanity, haunted by the terrifying figure that lurked in the corners of his vision. Despite his terror, Alex pushed on, driven by a flicker of hope and the need to find his friends. He gathered his courage, recalling the Slenderman's tale, and those of other spirits and entities he'd read about in his love for the supernatural. He decided that if Slenderman was born out of fear, then his power over him could be broken by courage. It was a fragile plan, but the only one he had. After what felt like an eternity, Alex managed to break free from the maze-like forest and find his way back to the town. His heart pounded with relief and fear as he saw the familiar lights of Northend. He was alive, he had escaped the Slenderman's clutch, but at what cost? In the days that followed, his friends were found wandering on the outskirts of the woods, disoriented with no memory of what had happened. They were puzzled by Alex's recounting of the Slenderman's terrifying pursuit, their memories of the camping trip reduced to a foggy haze. Despite their return, life did not go back to normal for Alex. His once adventurous spirit was replaced by an ever-present fear and paranoia. He often found himself waking up in cold sweat, nightmares of long arms and a faceless figure haunting his sleep. He couldn't shake off the feeling of being watched, always half expecting to see the Slenderman lurking in the shadows. As he went through his days, the legend of the Slenderman lingered in his mind, a chilling reminder of his encounter. The once skeptical teenager had become a believer, having faced the embodiment of his town's darkest folklore. Yet, the line between the truth and his fears had become so blurred that he was left questioning whether Slenderman was still haunting him or if it was all in his traumatized mind. Alex's tale serves as a haunting reminder of Northend's eerie legend, echoing the chilling truth that sometimes, legends are born out of realities too terrifying to comprehend. And there you have it, folks, Slender Silhouette, A Tale from Northend. A chilling reminder that sometimes, legends have roots in terrifying realities. If you've enjoyed tonight's journey into terror, don't forget to hit that like button and share this video with your fellow horror enthusiasts. Did Alex really escape the clutches of the Slenderman? Or is he still haunted by the specter of this faceless terror? Let us know your theories in the comments below. As always, stay safe out there, especially if you're near any mysterious woods. And remember, not all shadows are harmless. Until next time, this is your host, signing off. Good